So now I've got a video about bikes. This is not how you wear a bike helmet, right? You want to cover your forehead. I'm just putting it up like a miner's light so when I glare everyone out, get one tweaking, twerking, twigging out. So bike saddles, question, I get a lot of popular question. I'll talk about my book a bit, but bike saddle comfort. This is the saddle, this is my favourite saddle, Specialized Phenom SL. It's got a cutout. This is the old 2007 version. I've got these on all my bikes except for my e-bike. I like the cutout. You basically your sit bones sit on that. It's a really hard, pretty hard to see. This is what I do all my Ks on. You know, I did 6,545 kilometers this January spent on this saddle. Other saddles you got, they do have little grooves in the middle. I think it's a good idea, but saddles are personal choice. What works for me, it's not like diet. You know, one diet works for everyone, but saddles, it's different. But the grooves are getting more popular. So I think you have to try out different saddles. First, I'll try and do this be as quick as possible, but as concentrated as possible. I have to play it back. You got to find what saddle you like. Do you like the cut down the middle? I find it takes at least 2,000 kilometers, to break in a saddle so it fits you. At least 2,000 kilometers. So you got to find a saddle you like, try a saddle, break it in for at least 2,000 kilometers before you have a real opinion of it, I feel. Unless it's just really uncomfortable straight out of the box. Bike fit. You want to get a good bike fit, mark it with a whiteout pen because your seat can slip down, your seat could slip. You want your seat dead level pretty much. You want it dead level. So if your seat post clamp goes like that because you hit a big bump, now you're riding like that. You go, oh, my saddle's, I hardly got a groove in it, I don't like it. Or maybe it's going like that and now you got all your weight on your hands on the front bars and it's not very comfortable at all. So you want to have your saddle about dead level, almost maybe a little bit pointing down. If it's like that, you mean prostate pounding, perineum bashing. So when about dead level, use a spirit level even. And get a whiteout pen and mark your seat rail. So if anything slips before that, you can put it back to where it was. I did a bike fit with Steve Hogg in Sydney, my giant TCR. Got a whiteout pen, marked it before I left the shop. And when I rode it for a few weeks, about a week, the first week, I was cleaning it. I was like, oh, it's moved back. So I undid the clamp, moved it back forward. But if I didn't have the little whiteout pen marks, then I would have done that bike fit for nothing, man. Surprised when people get a bike fit, but they don't mark their seat height. Mark your angle to your clamp. So if anything moves like that, you can put it back to where it was. So that's what, so we've got saddle type, we've got breaking the saddle in at least 2,000 Ks. We've got setup, marking setup. Another factor is depending what shorts you're wearing. I spend most of my time riding around in just cotton shorts. If you're wearing jocks underneath that, the friction on the seam can give you little friction burns, and that can cause discomfort. So cycling shorts are very good for that. A little bit of padding, ergonomic stuff like that. Specialized make good bike shorts. My favorite bike shorts made by Specialized, but I'll wear anything. Friction. If you want to minimize friction, you can get chamois cream. Or a cheap option is just use some vegan moisturizer, some vitamin E cream, something like that. Maybe I wouldn't use coconut oil; it can get a bit clog the pores a bit. But just like a water-based vegan light lotion, and put it on your saddle contact points on your actual skin, and that can minimize friction. But again, your skin will get stronger. It's like when you do a lot of gardening with the shovel, your hands get your calluses if you're on the shovel a lot like that, digging the holes. Your shovel hands you get calloused up. I've got a lot of calluses on my hands and digging a lot of holes in the garden because I'm a gardener, green thumb. Another tip would be get out the saddle every few minutes when you're on a bike. If you sit on the bike, you might be cutting off a bit of blood flow. So if you get up the saddle every now and then to go up around the corner or just on the downhill, sit side saddle, get the blood flowing. Just like I couldn't sit on this football forever because I'll be cutting off circulation. Your body has to move. So if you sit in the saddle, that's good. Make sure you get out the saddle every few minutes, just for a few seconds. You can side saddle a bit, get out the saddle on the downhill or up the hill. Just get the blood flowing. So we want to have blood flow. Another thing is if you're dehydrated, I find if you're dehydrated, saddle, like you can get more perineum sort of pain. That's a factor. What other factors we got there? And just general conditioning, maybe the way you hold yourself on the bike. If you're really sort of tense, you can, if you've got a heavy backpack, things like that. General conditioning, I find, my ass is very conditioned for cycling. You can handle a lot. Just because I've done over 300,000 kilometers as a cyclist on the vegan diet. So I've used a lot of saddles. I've got a lot of experience. I talk from experience. You have to just rewind the video, take notes, and these are the best tips I can give you. So there you go. That's 300,000 plus kilometers of advice took you 5 minutes to watch, 5.5 minutes. That's what I call the fucking deal. Didn't even cost you a fucking cent. Post your comments and questions down below. Let's bang out more vids. Thanks for all support. We'll see you on the road.